Switching gears now, let's get on over to meteorologist Cedric Haynes. He's in the Storm Alert Weather Center with this week's forecast. Cedric, it's getting real chilly out there. Looking like it's time to stay indoors and cut the heater, crank it up real high, real high.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I don't know about chilly. It's actually still a fairly mild day out there with some cloud cover, but eventually it will get chilly, right? But right now we are in storm alert weather mode, not so much for now, but as we go throughout this afternoon and especially for tonight, because we've got to talk about some inclement weather that's going to be moving into the area. It's been over 3 months since we've had this situation, so yeah, you may not even remember what a storm alert weather day is, but it just means that some inclement weather will be impacting us, and we want you to be aware of that. So as we go throughout most of the day, we're going to see the clouds out there. I think it's actually going to be mainly dry for most of us. There could be a couple of isolated showers as we get into the afternoon, late afternoon hours, but right now heading out for lunch, I think you'll be fine. This afternoon and this evening, you're going to really notice those winds starting to pick up. They're already starting to pick up. I'll show you that in just a moment, but we're going to be expecting those winds to really get going across the area. We're talking here in the valley areas, we're talking wind gusts 20 to 40 miles per hour at times as we go throughout this evening and tonight. So yeah, as you're driving, be aware you can have that crosswind. You're going to have two hands on the steering wheel, but also be aware if you're just at home, yeah, you may hear that wind howling through your neighborhood a little bit. In the mountains, we're going to be seeing those winds gusting 30 to 50 miles per hour. So here's the issue. Of course, it's very dry. We know that. We've got those wildfires ongoing across parts of the Tennessee Valley. So you add this strong gusty winds to the very dry brush and dry fuels that we have out there, which basically all that means is the leaves, the grass, all of that stuff is dry. So you add a fire to that and it spreads quickly, right? So therefore, that's going to lead to a fire risk before the actual soaking rain arrives. That doesn't really get here until late this evening, probably around midnight and afterwards. And then overnight tonight, we hope for a good soaking rainfall, and hopefully that rainfall will add up to quite a bit. Now, the impacts, of course, that fire danger, that's going to be the primary concern for folks, especially if you live in or near where those wildfires are ongoing. Watch out for some of that tree damage. And basically, we're talking about the potential of some tree limbs, things like that falling off. So keep that in mind. And of course, make sure you secure some of those outside decorations. I know a lot of folks probably putting up those Christmas decorations with the great weather this past weekend. Keep that in mind that, that wind howling, that could lead to some issues. And plan for extra time on your Tuesday morning commute. Yeah, it could get a little messy out there. All right. Here's a look at your wind advisories right now. Pretty much everyone except for the valley areas in southeast Tennessee under a wind advisory. So that includes the plateau, northeast Alabama, northwest Georgia, and over towards western North Carolina. Now, don't ask me why the valley areas in Tennessee are not under that wind advisory, but hey, that's by the National Weather Service. And that yellow area there is a high wind warning. That's for the highest peaks there, where you can see winds gusting up to 70 miles per hour at times across parts of the area. So in that area, we also have a red flag warning in effect. That basically means those strong gusty winds before the rain arrives, as I mentioned, could lead to that expanded fire danger as that fires could spread, especially for that fire over there around the Collett Ridge area over there in Cherokee County. So keep that in mind as well. So here are the current winds. You can see them coming in out of the south and southeast now. Notice these are the sustained winds. So not wind gusts, just the sustained winds. We're already seeing that sustained wind in Dalton at 23 miles per hour, 15 miles per hour in Calhoun, and 13 in Altamont there. So winds are already starting to pick up, and that will likely continue as we go into the afternoon hours. So right now, isolated shower near Murphy. Otherwise, we're looking at the wind and the cloud cover being the main concern going throughout the afternoon. Here's our storm system off to the west, all the heavy rain and thunderstorm action, and that's what's going to be continuing to build and move our way. So with Futurecast, I'll show you here as we go throughout this afternoon. Most of the activity, 5 o'clock, still back towards the Mississippi River, so we should be good for the afternoon commute. But by midnight, here comes that slug of heavy rainfall moving into the area as that warm front moves through. And notice 7 a.m. in the morning, we are socked in with that heavy rainfall here in the Tennessee Valley. So a messy morning commute before that front pulls out and we start to dry things out by late Tuesday with blustery conditions building in as we head towards the rest of the week there. So storm alert weather days for your Monday into Tuesday. We're looking at showers and thunderstorms increasing, especially after midnight tonight into Tuesday. The wind increasing this afternoon into the evening hours, and then turning much cooler as we get towards the second half of the week, just in time for the holidays. So Cornelia, I know you were talking about the chilly weather. It's coming. You just got to wait a few more days for it. But
Okay.
you get your opportunity to stay inside and stay bundled up then.
Okay, so perfect for Thanksgiving then.
Oh, of course. And that way you can get the sweater vest on and the sweatpants, so you don't have to
Because I
wear
know
a
that's
belt.
your favorite outfit.
Yeah. Well, you can't
The
just
stretchy pants
yeah,
with the
you gotta
elastic band?
Leave some space. Leave some space Thursday.